All right, here we are. Happy Wednesday. We are on lesson 93. We are talking about comparative bar graphs. Comparative means just to compare. So there are bar graphs where we would have two sets of data on them, and we would be comparing them. So let's move on. New concept. A comparative bar graph can be used to display two or more sets of relative data. Example, the average daily temperature in January and July for 5 cities is displayed in the comparative vertical bar graph below. So as you can see here at the bottom, they have the cities. Along the vertical axis, they have the temperature. And then here on our legend, they show that January is in blue and July is in black. So you can see how that data set is arranged. So then our questions, we're going to view our graph. In which city was the average July high temperature the highest? So we're looking for July, which is black, and I'm going to be looking here. I have Rome. It looks like if I'm drawing a line that Rome would be the highest, very close to Tokyo, Japan, but Rome would be the highest, I would say, at about 89. It doesn't say specifics, but your answer here would be Rome. Rome, Italy. I don't have my pen out right now, so my handwriting's a little sloppy. B says, in which city was the average January high the lowest? So we're looking at the smallest. So I'm going to say it looks like Paris, France. Oops, it looks like Paris, France. So I'm going to say Paris. Because the blue, we're looking for the smallest, and that one would be the smallest. C says, which city had the least difference between the temperatures? So the least difference is we're looking at this gap right here between the highest and the lowest. So we're looking for which one has the smallest gap. It looks like right now Venezuela has the smallest gap because this one's a little bit bigger, that one's big, and that one's big. So I would say Venezuela right here, and I'm just going to put Venezuela, okay? And then for which city is the average January high temperature greater than the average July temperature? And how did you know? So right here on Venezuela, how did we know? Is because the gap between the two, January and July, was the smallest. See, this is a big gap. This is a bigger gap. There, that gap right there and that gap. So that's how we know. And I'm going to erase this so we can do our next. So we can see our data. I'm writing all over here. Let me just erase it real quick. All right, so next, the last one says, for which city is the average January high temperature greater than the July? So we're looking for the one that has the average January high is greater than July. So let's see. I'm looking at Rome. It has July has the greater, so it wouldn't be Rome. Venezuela, July is also the greater. Australia, it says that the January is greater. In Paris, it's July, and in Tokyo is July. So our answer should be Sydney, Australia, because the graph shows that the January high is higher than July. And the way we know that is because the blue is higher than the black bar here on the graph, but also the reason why that is because Australia is below the equator, and they have their, they have their, I'm trying to get the words out, their summer and winter are switched, so when we have summer, they have winter, vice versa. So during January is their warm months, and July is their cold months. And see, it even says here, Australia is a warmer in January than in July because it's south of the equator. South of the equator, January is summer, and July is winter. Here, the good explanation, it says right here, Venezuela, is near the equator, and the temperatures in the locations near the equator do not vary much throughout the year. So that's why Venezuela, right here, does not have much variation in its temperature. It stays about warm. As you can see, it's about 70s, 80s throughout the entire year. So it does not get cold because it's near the equator. All right, here is our practice set. It says Elena, Alice, Ted, and Jose each took 2 quizzes. Each quiz had 10 questions, and the scores on the quizzes are shown below in the table. Take a second to look. Now, we're going to make a comparative horizontal graph. Horizontal. Now, the one before, let's review. Vertical is up and down. Horizontal is left to right. So we are creating a horizontal comparative bar graph. All right, pause. Go ahead and create yours, and then come back and see. I'm going to create mine over to the side, and you'll see if yours is correct. Okay, here is the chart. Yours should look like that. Go ahead and make sure you're looking at the legend. The L stands for Lena, the A stands for Alice, T stands for Ted, and J stands for Jose. Make sure yours was horizontal. The last one in the sample was vertical, up and down, and ours should have been horizontal. So if yours looks similar to mine, great job. You may move on to your mixed practice. Toodles!